What's up guys, welcome back to another Xbox 360 Water Tanks replay with me, Don Tomo. We're the big guys. This time we're rolling out in the Tier 8 Premium German Tank Destroyer, the Jagdtiger 8.8cm. We're on highway today. This tank is a really great tank for grinding out silver. That's pretty much what I use it for. Pretty expensive to buy with gold, but if you can afford it, it's worth grabbing one of these Tier 8 premiums. They're the best for bringing in silver in the game, really. So the Jagdtiger 8.8, it's a pretty great tank. It's got amazing DPM. That's its main strength, really. It's just the reload time is pretty crazy. You'll see it takes a little bit to get started in this battle, but once it gets swinging, this thing just deals out damage so quickly. Its armor's not bad, superstructure's very strong, lower plate's very weak, much like the Jagdtiger really, the Tier 9 Jagdtiger. It's pretty slow as well, very slow to turn. If you can get yourself hull down, not that it's got great gun depression, but if you can get yourself hull down on a little slope, then you can do pretty well on this thing. So I've also got binoculars on as well. I love binoculars, I stick them on loads of different tanks. It's up to you. A lot of people might not agree, but I tend to have them on TDs quite a lot, just because, especially when I'm trying to grind out silver, because it gives you extra spotting points. Really, if that extra spotting distance you have, you get a few more spotting points. That's a whole bunch more silver. So I'm just moving up. I kind of sat around at the beginning just to see what was going to go on. A lot of the time when I start around, I base my decision on where to go on the opposite way to everyone else, because as you can see, everyone's kind of flown down to the town, and no one was really defending up the side. So I've gone up this flank. There's quite a lot of little hills and stuff, and a lot of cover. So I reckon I can probably defend over here pretty well. Don't want to move up too far. Just seeing what's going on. Not too much activity over in the town at the moment, so there might be quite a few of them pushing over here. And there we go, spotted first one, KV3. And a little Nazorn over on the right. You can see I'm already grabbing spotting points. Now spotting points are always going to get you more silver because there's no expenditure in getting those. When you do damage, you're still spending money on shells. When you do spotting damage, it doesn't cost you a penny, so it's a great way of making silver. So I'm just getting myself in a bit more cover here. I was a little bit further forward than I would have liked to be. These water towers are pretty annoying. You can't destroy them. But just trying to cover up my lower plate a little bit. I'm not hull down, but I'm just putting some random stuff in between me and this Tiger 2 and this KV3. I've got a medium and a couple of TDs a little way back now, so I'm not completely on my own. It's unlucky there to bounce on the Tiger 2, and then really bad RNG there to miss the KV3. I think that's pretty harsh. Otherwise, that would have definitely gone through the commander's hatch. We've got Churchill 7 as well now, Tier 6 tank. He's going to be easy prey. But they're all being a little bit cautious. They've seen me. They've seen this other TD behind me. I think they're not quite willing to come charging over just yet. So just being patient, waiting for them to show their heads so I can start putting shots into them. Start dealing out some damage. KV3 misses, hits the bank. Doesn't leave me a shot. Churchill does. 2-4-1, always going to pen that. And this is just a great example of the DPM of this tank. Just firing off shots back to back. It's got a 4-second reload. 4 damaging shots in a row there within, what, 16 seconds. And it's got pretty decent penetration as well. 203mm of penetration, about 2,600 DPM. There we go, Tiger 2 pushing up now. This Tiger 2 driver is an example of someone who just doesn't know what he's doing. He just gets so many shots at me. Hits my track, doesn't go for the lower plate. If he'd gone for my lower plate, would have damaged me easily. Doesn't try and flank, hides behind a building. Don't know why. All I've got behind me is an artillery by the look of it on the map. But fair enough. Takes a hit to his lower plate. Again, he bounces on me. I don't know where he's shooting, but he must be hitting my superstructure or my track. Managed to get a tracking shot. One in his lower plate. Track him again. Oh mate, nope, didn't track him there. See the Churchill getting keen. And before he can even get back into cover, finish him off. Now this Tiger 2 is just lined up beautifully for me to smash. And down he goes. So our team's rolled over them pretty well while I've been fighting this flank on my own. Well, pretty much on my own. So we'll push around and see what's going on. But we've already done 11 damaging shots, I think 8 spotting assists. So it's already lining up to be a pretty good round. Oh, hey Scarecrow. And it really looks like a case we're just mopping up the remnants of the red team now. Still being cautious. I've got quite a lot of health left, but they've got all tier 8 tanks left, so I don't want to get caught out and if I get hit in the side. I'm not entirely sure where they all are. Got a couple in the town, probably some over by their spawn. Hopefully they're all pretty preoccupied with the rest of my team right now. That Panther 2 I need to watch out for. And there's the prototype. So I go for the prototype, but see the Tiger P spotted. Try and get the artillery out of the game. He can pack a big punch. I've got a Tiger P and that thing can hit hard. Try and track the prototype, but somehow he rides that out. Gets himself behind a bank, unfortunately. Managed to chip away a little bit of the prototype, but this guy's he's hanging in there. He's behind a little bank, and now he's turned forward. It's gonna be pretty hard for me to damage with standard ammunition. Try and put it into his hatch, but it's a pretty hard shot. But still, we're up to 16 damage ribbons now. It's been a pretty good game. This guy's gonna get rushed. We've got what? It's 12-8 now. The scores. At least managed to damage his gun. It's gonna make him pretty hard for him to hit me. Not that I'm even spotted anyway. Now hoping that AMX will just go up and finish him off, although he's on very low health. And from here the battle just pretty much plays out. I don't really get to catch up with anyone, and the Reds get pretty swiftly finished off by the Greens. So we'll just spin on through a little bit of this and have a look at the post-battle scores. Let's see what I got. And there we go, the artillery finishes off the final tank destroyer. So let's have a look at the post-battle results and see what we've got. 150,000 silver, 3,000 XP, that's with premium. Even without premium we would have made 100,000 silver there. We got a high caliber, we got a steel wall, mastery level 1, not too bad, and 1900 XP, I'm pretty happy with that. 1500 spotting damage, 3,500 damage, 3 kills. And just looking at the penetration, shots fired 30, 20 shots penetrated. I'm pretty happy with that. Well clear of anyone else on the scores there. So that's a pretty good round with that tank. I'd consider that probably near the top end of the games I have in it. But you can have an average game in that tank and still make 80,000. You can have a loss and still make 60 to 80k. Or even if you have a good round and lose, you can make well over 100,000. So it's pretty crazy for grinding out silver. If you've got the patience to sit there and just play that tank for a few hours, pretty easy to make yourself a couple of million. Yeah, so tank really love, recommend it a lot, give it a try. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit like and subscribe. If you got any comments, then leave a comment and let me know what you think, or any requests, that kind of thing. We'd love to hear from you guys. Cool, so I've been Ben, aka Don Tomo. Hope you enjoyed the video. We're the Beard Guys, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.